Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron here with New Life Pentecostal Church in Albany, Georgia. Yes, I have in my hands the Monarchian Prologues. What a oneness proof and a testimony of what God did throughout the Dark Ages, the medieval time period, that type thing. The Monarchian Prologues. Now you might say, what are the Monarchian Prologues? In almost every edition of Jerome's Latin Vulgate, from 400 AD to 1900 AD, there were an introduction to the Gospels. Matthew would have an introduction, Mark would have an introduction, Luke would have an introduction, John would have an introduction, that were known as Monarchian. Now, you're hearing the term Monarchian. Where have you heard that before? Well, apostolic believers, by and large, were known as, or it's been designated by Adolf Harnack and others, that we were modalistic monarchians. Apostolic believers were modalistic monarchians. So it is blatantly oneness commentary to almost every edition of the Latin Vulgate for 1600 years. And scholars, this gentleman, Chadwick, if I remember correctly, in particular, from Oxford University, he finally discovered who wrote the prologues, and it was none other than that apostolic Priscillian, who after the Council of Constantinople was one of the first 6 people to die. He was a Spanish bishop, and then he was arrested, taken to Trier, Germany, modern-day Germany, third largest city at the time in the Roman Empire, and convicted for being oneness and beheaded, along with 6 of his fellow bishops. Priscillian wrote the Monarchian Prologue. See how God did not leave himself without a witness. Even Jerome himself said you can't split God up into 3 hypostases. He said, I'll only do it if Pope Damasus makes me do it. And Pope Damasus made him do it. And he said, it's pagan, it's barbaric to do that. And Jerome was the translator of the Latin Vulgate. So all throughout the centuries, thinking about that for hundreds of years, when somebody had a Bible, they were reading oneness when they got to the Gospels. They were reading oneness whenever they read their Bible, we know that. But they were reading oneness commentaries to the Gospels. The Monarchian Prologues. Get the book, get a copy. You can find it all over the internet. God bless you. Keep believing the truth. God is good. He has not left himself without a witness. In Jesus' name, amen.